Welcome back to the final edition of Good Taste Gwinnett, powered by Jackson EMC. I want to once again thank Publix, the official grocer, and Belk, Mall of Georgia, the official retailer of Good Taste Gwinnett. And I want to thank you for joining us over the past 2 weeks as we present our third virtual event series of culinary creativity. As we cook and prepare food in the kitchen, many of us recycle. I wanted to take a minute and remind everyone that Saturday, November 6th marks the return of America Recycles Day, ARD, a national initiative of Keep America Beautiful. First established by the National Recycling Coalition in 1997, ARD represents the only nationally recognized day dedicated to encouraging Americans to recycle and buy recycled products. This event is brought to you by Gwinnett County Solid Waste and Gwinnett Clean and Beautiful. You have the opportunity to drop off items that are typically more difficult to recycle, such as electronics, tires, and paint. Paper shredding will also be available, as well as clothing and sneaker collection. So start gathering your items and bring them to Coolray Field, home of the Gwinnett Stripers in Lawrenceville, on Saturday, November 6th between 9 a.m. and noon. Here's some things to remember before you come. Paper shredding is limited to 5 copier paper boxes. Electronics recycling is free except for TV monitors and printers. Oil and latex paint will be accepted and limited to 10 gallons per vehicle. Latex paint cans must contain only 25% wet paint or less. Boxes and containers will not be returned. Check out gwinnettcb.org for more details. Now we head to Sugar Hill Distillery. Let's see what they have going on. But before we do that, let's check on some brief messages from our sponsors, including your very own Aurora Theater.
At Jackson EMC, innovation is an ongoing cycle, a process without a beginning or an end, where one idea leads to the next. Solar power, electric vehicle programs, energy-efficient right choice homes, automated switch technology. What we do as an industry is vital. We keep communities powered. So we must always have an eye on the future. Jackson EMC, innovation for today, innovation for tomorrow.
We are here at Sugar Hill Distillery in the kitchen with Chef Morgan, chef of also Wonderbar Beer House. And we are going to, well, what are we going to make?
We're going to make pork schnitzel.
Okay, well, we got to start with some pork, right?
Yes, sir.
So we've got this amazing pork right here. And Chef Dion, you're going to break it down for us?
Sure am.
All right, well, let's get to it. So talk to me about the pork. Is it, I mean, is it a specific kind? Is it Berkshire, blah, blah, you know?
So this actually is a Duroc variety of pork. It's also a heritage hogs. This comes from a primal pasture farm. We like to be as sustainable as possible here. And we like to trim it as traditionally as possible while we're doing this.
All right, so he's trimming it down. He's cutting the fat off of it.
Yes, sir.
And then we're going to have, because we've got a pretty good rectangle of pork going on right there. You're going to have some very even pieces.
Yes, sir. Yes, that is key. Also with cooking this schnitzel, there's a saying in Germany: "Quick like a schnitzel." Everything must be uniformed, very, very thin, very, very quick process.
All right. So how thin are you going to cut the pork schnitzels?
We'll cut those about an 1/8 of an inch, and then we'll pound them with a mallet.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
And then after you pound them with the mallet, I see you've got your breading station set up here. So a little flour, a little egg, a little
breadcrumbs,
little panko.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I use panko. You can use any type of breadcrumbs. I try to avoid the Italian seasoned breadcrumbs.
Right.
Because he's going to pound it so that you can actually see light that comes through it.
So for Dion, it takes 3 hits of the mallet.
Yeah.
How many times do you have to hit it?
It's about the same. This meat is so tender and the marbling is so wonderful in it that it happens very, very quickly. If you're hitting it too much or too lightly, it'll actually tensen up the meat.
Okay. And how often does the kitchen crew pretend they're Thor?
Very often. This hammer actually right here, this tenderizer is nicknamed Molnir.
There you go. There you go. I love it. So tell me a little bit about how you got to Sugar Hill Distillery.
It was my day off. I was going around looking for old kitchen equipment at different antique shops. And I heard a woman across on the other aisle asking the purveyor there about where she could find beer steins. I'd seen a bunch at different places, so I don't know why, but I decided to walk around and tell her where I'd found them. From there, it just kind of bloomed.
So the owners of Sugar Hill Distillery were looking for beer steins.
Yes, sir.
You helped them find beer steins, and I mean, I don't even know if they found beer steins, but apparently they found a chef for their restaurant.
Yes, sir.
That is some fateful meeting, my friend.
Yeah, looking specifically for a chef that cooks German food.
Right, and you apparently are a chef that cooks German food.
Yes, sir, yeah. There's not many of them.
Talk to me about your favorites, kind of the variety of things that are here.
Well, everything here we make from scratch. That is a very important thing, especially with a lot of the European customers that come in here. A lot of people in Gwinnett County and the surrounding areas, we have a large amount of German clientele, Hungarian clientele, all over, and we want to make a place where people are reminded of what they ate when they were younger. No other restaurants really do 100% from scratch the way that we do here, and you can really tell in the quality of the food. We make everything fresh every day. The schnitzels are made right before dinner service so that they're not...
Right, so they're not sitting around, right?
No, they're not frozen. We actually we have one freezer in this place, and it's just for pretzels that we get shipped in from Germany.
Okay. So the pretzels are actually shipped in from Germany.
Yes, sir.
I love that. So this seems very simple. I mean, if you've got to cut some pork very thin, and then you've got to pound it out. You probably get some boneless pork chops and
if you do it, just make sure you cut the sinewy, that little white piece that's around the pork chop. Make sure you just kind of cut that off, because that'll actually make it fold up.
Okay.
It'll tighten up real hard. That's why we have cut off all of the chain meat, all of the sinewy, and all the fat.
And then what will you do with the remnants?
The remnants, we will make that into our stock.
Okay.
Yeah,
pork stock, which you will use in
everything.
Everything.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we call it the everything stock. It has some beef, some chicken, carrots, parsnips, onions.
Whatever's left over.
Everything.
You make it stock.
Yes, sir. And I always thought, looking at all the cooks, I go, hey, that's our rays going down the trash. So.
Right, and you don't want Dion Matty.
No.
Under any circumstances.
Of course not. I mean, see how big he is?
Yes, I have. In fact, I'm not in the shot anymore.
Awesome, guys.
And now you're going to put together the sauce. So what are the ingredients we've got today?
So right here we have cremini mushrooms. You can also use portobello mushrooms. I like to use creminis. They have a little bit more of a deeper flavor.
Great.
You're
going to use them whole, or you're going to chop them up?
I'm going to slice them.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I like to do a little irregular. Some I'll slice, some I'll quarter, so that there is no uniformity to it.
Beautiful.
Keeping true to that Swabian food. I have a little bit of minced garlic here. Some more onions. You can use red onions, Vidalia onions, white onions if you like. It really doesn't matter.
Whatever floats your boat.
Right here is our house herb butter that we make.
And so what herbs are in that butter?
We have thyme, lavender, rosemary, and sage. It actually works kind of like a little bit of a fumigator out there. It makes people calm and relaxed from the lavender. And they don't think they're waiting so long. So.
Oh, great.
Yep. And this is some of our everything stock that we make right here.
Which seems super reduced.
Oh, yes. Yes. This boils for about 20 hours.
Wow. Okay, well, let's put it together.
So I use the biggest ones. I like to chop them nice little slices. The smaller ones, I'll quarter those up. So we have nice little meatier part when we're eating our schnitzel.
Now you make the sauce first, and the schnitzels get pan fried?
You can pan fry them. You can deep fry them.
Do you all deep fry them?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we deep fry them here.
And is that red wine vinegar?
This right here, this is actually Burgundy wine.
Okay, just wine.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I get the pan nice and hot. I like to add my butter to it with the herbs, get those activated. There. Always add in your onions first. They take the longest to cook, and you want to basically caramelize them very, very slowly. And also, garlic is a type of onion, So we'll put that in there as well.
Wow, that smells fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
And you can smell that herb butter. You really can.
Oh, yeah.
That
it's
lavender
wonderful.
in there, it's coming through.
The mayor hit the city hall's right down there, and he walks by in the morning and he goes, "Oh, chef, you're making me hungry." So what we're going to do here, see the onions are starting to get a little bit clear.
I'm just trying to get calm here.
Oh, yeah, right? Oh, it's wonderful. That garlic, those onions, they're all coming together. We will reduce those down.
I've done a lot of compound butters. That's not one of them.
Yeah, it's very unique to the Black Forest region. That's what they use there. And their flavors are very, very distinct. And a lot of people that are from Europe, they use lavender a lot more than we do here. Here we use it, in soaps and shampoos and everything. So now I add my mushrooms in there. It actually makes you hungry, right? It kind of makes you salivate. So I'm kind of baiting the public to come in whenever they drive by on 20 over there. They kind of
popcorn at the movie theater. Your version, right?
Yeah.
My lavender herb butter. Everybody come into my yard.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So right there, if you notice, those mushrooms, they immediately soak up all that butter.
Yeah.
What's happening now is
And all that flavor.
Oh yeah. It's going to penetrate through them completely. And all the water in the mushroom is going to evaporate out very quickly.
So at this point, you've cooked down the mushrooms.
Yes, sir. They start to get this nice golden color, and that's from the butter caramelizing. Along with the onions, right there.
So what goes in next? Wine or the stock?
Next thing is going to be the wine. We
So
want
you're
to
going to
deglaze
deglaze the
pan.
pan
Yes,
with that
sir. Yes, sir. Right there.
Nice.
Some people, they like to do a little flambe, a little fire action going. Dion likes to do the fire.
It's good for the camera.
Oh yes, it is. See if I can get one going here. Sometimes the pan's so hot it just
There you
automatically.
go.
Yeah, there you go.
Not a
It's
big
starting
one,
to go.
but it's nice.
Yeah, but that indicates right there that your alcohol is coming out.
So how long are you going to reduce that down?
I'll
A little
reduce
bit?
that just for a couple minutes. I want all those flavors to marry together in there and penetrate those mushrooms. Those mushrooms are really going to be the highlight of it. You like to think of it, you think, I'm in the Alps, I'm in the German mountains, in the Black Forest. While you're doing it, try to put yourself into that. I personally like to think of every time I'm cooking for my family. It has gotten darker in there. We actually have all these juices. I always give it a smell. Oh yeah. Turn my flame down a little bit. Right there, and then I'll add my stock.
Now comes the stock,
Yes,
the everything stock.
Every single piece of everything goes into this. Pour that in real nice.
So while we reduce that, well, let's go ahead and fry some schnitzel.
Yeah. All
Or
right.
is it too early to fry schnitzel?
No, it's not too early. Yeah, we're already boiling here, so our water's going to be coming out of it very quickly.
And these, you said quick like schnitzel, so how quick?
They take roughly about 1.5 to 2.5 minutes, depending on how big they are. But really what you're doing is you're waiting just until this breading is golden brown.
Okay.
Yep. I do. You want to have, if you're doing a deep fryer, you want to have the basket in there already. Otherwise, they'll stick to the basket. Keep them spaced out. There we go. So you want to rotate them. You can do this with tongs, a fork. If you're pan frying
Chopsticks, whatever you got going
anything.
on, right?
You
That's what I
just-
usually use in my fryer.
You just want to flip them. But these are almost done already. Some people, they like to go ahead and put the gravy on it. What I like to do is put a little squeeze of lemon, and then I dip my pieces into the gravy. And those are finished.
Fantastic.
That quickly, yes. Yes. So I let them sit there and drip a little bit.
We're going to plate this up in a little bit. When we come back, we'll be tasting this amazing food. We are here at Sugar Hill Distillery and Wonderbar Beer House with Chef Morgan. Chef, we got some shiny equipment back here. You talk to me about that.
Yeah, so this is where we make all of our beer and our spirits and bottle everything. This right here, this is some scientific equipment.
But it's chemistry at a very high level.
It is extreme precision.
Talk to me about what we've got here. I can't wait to try all of that too, but that's not this segment. So let's talk about what's in front of us.
So right here we have pork schnitzels, and they're made from Duroc pork that we get, and it is, everything is made in-house from scratch, breaded, fried. This is our mushroom gravy right here.
Right, well, I'm ready. You
dig
talk
in,
to me
grab
a little bit about the atmosphere here at Sugar Hill Distillery, Wonderbar Beer House, and what folks can expect that are coming to dine here or drink here.
Oh, yeah. So
Either way.
when people come in here, I mean, you're always going to be met with a really nice attitude. The environment here is just extremely friendly. It is still very much a community center. Most people in the community come here. A lot of the city officials, they come in here for lunch all the time. Mayor Steve is in here quite often, always bragging about us over here. And,
you just keep talking. This is amazing. Incredibly crispy, incredibly light. Having just that lemon on it, that's fantastic because you taste everything. The flavor of the pork comes through, the flavor of everything is just perfect. Now, I'm a huge mushroom fan, so I can't wait to do it that way as well.
Just pile it on there, man. Just pile it on there.
So
it's good stuff. I also like to put a little bit of green onion on mine.
This mushroom sauce is killer. I think you should put that on everything. Pretzels, French fries, anything you can get your hands on, put that mushroom sauce on. Chef, this has been a delight. What a pleasure it is to be here at Sugar Hill Distillery, Wonder Bar Beer House. Exceptional food, an amazing atmosphere. All the tables are super communal, so you're going to hang out with folks, get to know each other, enjoy each other's company, bring community together just like we should, right? We need to know each other better. So friends, thanks again for joining us. I'm Anthony Rodriguez. It is my pleasure to be your host, and when I see you all again, we'll be cooking. Thank you, Chef Pollard. We had so much fun at Sugar Hill Distillery. Make sure you stop by soon for some amazing German cuisine and some delicious libations.